What's going on? If anybody's watching this, nobody's watching yet. It always takes a couple minutes for people to see that I'm live and then join in. I figured I would go ahead and do another live stream because they're fun, they're interactive immediately, and I will just wait around for some people to show up and start talking with me for a minute. I didn't know what to name this. I never know what to name them because live time. I think I put live Sublime night talk, which sounds, I don't know, maybe like some phone sex operator business. That's not what's going on here. I promise you that. All right, cool. Scott Travis, what's up, man? Hurry up. Hurry up for what? I'm having a drink, Ballast Point Commodore, Cinnamon Raisin American Stout. It is banging. Pretty much everything from Ballast Point is banging. But what are you guys up to tonight? Cameron Graham, what's going on? Caleb, what's going on, man? What are you guys up to tonight? Happy Valentine's Day, by the way, to everybody out there. I just got done hanging out with my lady friend. We had a nice night. Had some food, watched a movie, all kinds of good stuff. But hopefully you guys enjoyed your Valentine's Day as well. And let me know what you guys did. I finally figured out how to do this chat thing, by the way, too. You just have to keep scrolling with your finger on here so I can finally see all the comments. So that's a plus. And I'm loving this live stream feature on your mobile device. I'm digging the heck out of that. Was watching Dragula 1931. Bored 20 minutes into it? I'm sorry. Cheers, movie music man. What's going on, cartoon man? Yeah, I mean, a lot of the older horror, it's not for everybody, especially if you watched a lot of modern horror. I mean, those were the establishing points that brought us to where we are now. So for some people who have just watched modern, they can't always get into the classics. And I can understand that. I get that. You have to have I think, for me personally, watching a lot of them growing up has made me really appreciate them a lot and to see the influences on modern horror especially. But I can understand. How's it going? It's going well, man. Just having a beverage right here and getting ready to pick out another movie. I watched The Education of Charlie Bartlett. Is that what it was? With Jesse Eisenberg and Jason Ritter. And, man, the guy, he was in Infestation. Chris Marquette, he's been in a bunch of stuff. He's hilarious. That was a really good movie. It surprised me. I had that in my collection for a while. I got it at Blockbuster when it closed down for like $1. And I've had it in there for a while. I'm not a big Jesse Eisenberg fan, and we watched it, me and my lady friend, and she fell asleep, but I dug the heck out of it. I didn't think I was going to. I was watching it with the idea and the mindset of, I'm going to get rid of this after I watch it because I'm not going to like it. But man, did I enjoy the heck out of it. Loved it. Loved the ending to it as well. Yeah, it felt like if you're into film studies and in books, classic American literature, I think you can really appreciate it. Scott Travis, you're bored too. All right, what's up? What's going on, Pinoy Ride? And Drunk, here to talk blues and steels. Heck yeah, man. Let me know if there's any good Blu-ray and Steelbook deals coming up. Target has a bunch of good deals right now for Blu-rays. Buy two, get one free. I tried to do that for the Hellraiser box set, but it wouldn't accept it. I tried to get two, one for free. It wouldn't do that. You have to have different titles, I guess. But it's still a pretty awesome deal. Buy two, get one free for Target Blu-rays right now. So if you don't know about that, check that out. And I don't think Best Buy is still doing their deal for their Steelbooks. I'm more into 80s horror. Oh yeah, 80s is my favorite decade for movies, period. Horror and all time. 70s would probably be next for me, though. Favorite Michael Mann movie? Oh my gosh, that is such a tough question. He's an incredible director. It's really hard to choose a favorite. And I'm pretty sure he directed The Keep. My memory's not great with that kind of stuff, but I would love to see that get an official Blu-ray release too. I don't know if that's in the works or not. But yeah, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to circle back and think about that for a minute and find it funny because I was born in the 90s. Cool. Where is this guy? Which guy? I don't know who you're talking about. Movie Mouth, Zavvi releasing steals of Flight of the Navigator and Short Circuit. Man, they are putting out Blu-ray steelbooks like crazy over there in the UK. Just steelbooks for anything. A Short Circuit steelbook? I never would have thought. I mean, they've got steelbooks for Swingers, just any movie ever made, they're just putting steelbooks out for. I think that's kind of one of the things I've heard a lot of people complain about. It's kind of ruining the collectability factor. I don't know if I agree with that personally, but I am surprised at how many movies are getting steelbooks these days. Are you a fan of James Wan? Yes. I love The Conjuring and Dead Silence are my favorites. But I really like the one with Kevin Bacon in it too. I can't remember the name of it, but it's kind of like a revenge movie. What do you think about the new Transformers? I'm not really into Transformer movies. What's going on, 13th Wolfman? What's up? Short Circuit's a classic. I grew up watching that one. Death Sentence is the one James Wan movie I believe he did with Kevin Bacon. So I really enjoyed that one. Kind of underrated. Criterion's or Steelbook's. Criterion's all day for me. Although I do have probably about an equal amount of Steelbooks too. I was really big into Steelbooks a couple of years ago. Not so much these days, just because every movie out there gets a Steelbook release, and it kind of like yeah, so I don't know, but Criterion's all day for me. Again, I still harken back to when I first started getting into collecting movies. They used to call it film school in a box, and I still think that's the case. It's introduced me to a lot of great films. Death Sentence, yes, it was. Wow, well, I could see that. I did not know that it was a loose remake of Death Wish, but I can see some of the resemblances there for sure. But always good to see you, 13th Wolfman. You've been around for a while. Again, one of the OGs in here. So it's always cool to see people who've been around making videos for a long time. Excited about the new King Kong film? Yes. Skull Island, is that what it was called? Or Kong Island? I can't remember now. I've had a couple drinks. Forgive me on that one. But yeah, actually it looks fantastic. I'm definitely excited for that. I think it's going to be a great adventure movie. The visuals look amazing. I prefer DVDs, but I still want to get more Blu-rays. I'm trying to get into horror films. It depends on what kind of horror you enjoy. Like, again, some of my favorites might not be some of your favorites. Again, I would recommend, I'm big into the 80s, especially slashers and stuff like that, but I do like alien horror, sci-fi horror, Aliens, The Thing. 30 Days of Night is one of my personal favorites of recent modern ones, but again, it also depends how, if you like it gory, psychological horror, the classic zombie movies. I mean, Fulci's Zombie, the original Dead trilogy from Romero. Kong Skull Island, there you go. Thank you. I love watching your videos too. What's up, H-Dog? Man, I remember you. You've been around for a while too. I still do have some DVD steelbooks because some of them were really cool special editions, and ones where they don't have a Blu-ray steelbook for, especially some of the overseas ones where it's like a blood pack steelbook. I have a bunch of those still because they're awesome, and Blu-ray still have a while to catch up to the DVD special editions, especially like that kind of stuff. I just wanted to see The Thing. You should see The Thing, the original, well, not the original, John Carpenter's version of The Thing. It's my all-time favorite movie. You should definitely check that out. Highly recommend it. Great sense of paranoia, isolation, the Antarctic Research Station, the snowy setting, Dean Cunny's cinematography, Rob Bottin's practical effects, Carpenter's directing, the whole cast was phenomenal. Just an all-time classic. And it's so funny that it didn't do well in the theaters because of E.T. at the same time. 30 Days of Night, one of my favorites, yeah. Should I see the 2011 one first? I'm sorry, I'm at Daredevil. I'm not sure which one you're talking about for the 2011 one. Did I miss a comment? I might have. Sorry. Oh, are you talking about The Thing? I don't think you need to see that at all. Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. They initially said it was supposed to be a prequel, but it just felt like a remake with the prequel ending tacked on, and you didn't really care about the characters so much, and the CG effects kind of brought it down for me. I know the creators wanted to have more practical effects, and there's more of a studio decision for that, but no, you don't really need to see that first at all. Wolfman. Yeah, Hammer films. I'm not the biggest Hammer film fan, but they definitely have some classics for sure. What is the best movie based on a book? That's all subjective. I mean, again, they're adaptations. Most do not follow it to the T. And I remember when I first read Jurassic Park, I was so excited for the movie and so let down by the movie. Now I appreciate it, but I was a big fan of Crichton's Jurassic Park. But the only movie that I thought was better than the book that I can think of off the top of my head is Fight Club. Chuck Palahniuk's Fight Club. And Chuck Palahniuk, probably the author of our generation, for my age group anyways. So, yeah, that was amazing for me. What is your favorite my very first VHS movie? I don't know, honestly. It's forever ago. I can tell you my first DVDs were Goodfellas and Last of the Mohicans. Those were my very first DVDs, and then John Carpenter's The Thing was probably like third. Worst film based on a book. Robin, that would be Twilight. Yeah, I don't think Twilight were the worst films ever made, but they were formulaic, but they were for a target audience, and I think it worked well for those. Do you collect anything beta or Laserdisc? Laserdisc, I do have a few Laserdiscs, just because I don't have a Laserdisc player, collecting solely for collectability. Like, I don't know if I can show you one right here, in fact. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, I just spilled some beer. Terrible. Party foul. I'll have to clean it up later, but Tales from the Hood, which I was able to get signed up by David Allen Greer, and I can't believe I just spilled that beer. I am a mess right now. But yeah, I have some Laserdiscs solely for collectability. Are you looking forward to The Dark Tower and It? Yeah, gotta save the beer. Yeah, I spilled a little bit, and I'm gonna have to rub that out with my foot right now. Forgive me for that. It was only just a couple little droplets. But I've had a couple, and just I haven't had a drink in a little bit, so it's kind of going to my head, I guess. But forgive me on that. It's party foul. But for you guys that are watching right now, the 10 of you, nice Laserdisc. How's the arm? Actually, it's so funny. Mr. Snickers just left me a comment asking me about my bursitis, which was like a year ago. And I hadn't even thought about it because I've been fine. And then I was like, oh, I haven't had any issues. And then later, like the next day, my arm started killing me, and it was actually killing me up until this morning, but now it's better. As I switch hands as I say that. But thank you for asking. I do enjoy whiskey. Are there any movies you know aren't good, but for some reason you love watching it? Again, that's all subjective. Like The Hills Have Eyes 2, the recent one from a few years ago, I love. And I know everybody hates that movie. I thought it had a great creature development. Like each creature character from the like inbred mutants in the hills, they all have like unique features. Like the one guy has the rocks, the one guy has the eyes, and there's Hades. So I love that each one was unique like that, and great gore effects. The acting was shaky in the beginning, but once they get to the hills, it works. So that's one that I love that people don't like. Awesome. Cool. I love the second Hills. Yeah, me too. I love the remake too. I thought the remake was fantastic. Do you collect anything besides movie stuff? I do have a few Funkos. I'm not that big into them. I don't collect every single one. I'm kind of picky with it. But I also do collect pre-war era baseball cards, like T206 series tobacco cards from like 1910, 1911 range, around there. And I do have some of the pens too, Sweet Caparel pens from the same era. So I do collect that. Besides that, off the top of my head, I'm getting into vinyl again. I had a bunch of vinyl records before. I'm getting back into that. And I just got the Thing released from Waxwork, which is such a huge deal. Oh my gosh, such drama about that because it's sold out, the deluxe one, like that. Are you excited for the Blade Runner sequel? Actually, I am. That's one of the few ones I'm really excited for. What can you say about The Walking Dead last Sunday? I thought it was excellent. It left me wanting more. I think it's a great mixture of drama and horror, and I think Enid might be part of that group. I always thought Enid was a little shady, and I think she might be part of that like cultish group at the end of that episode. For those of you watching it, what is your most like indie horror in the last 2 years? I haven't seen. I just saw Truth or Dare, Jessica Cameron. I haven't seen that one. That's a tough question too. I don't know how long ago Zombie A-Hole came out from Dustin Mills, but I really enjoyed that one. There's a lot of indie and low-budget horror that goes under the radar that I think is amazing. And it really depends on what you consider indie as well. If someone isn't into slashers, what 3 films would you want to show them to try to get them into slashers? Again, it depends if you like 80s slashers, if you like modern slashers. Modern slashers, I would go with Laid to Rest, Hatchet. Trying to think of another really good one. I don't know if I really call Jeepers Creepers is more of like a monster. And then go with I'd say go with the original Friday the 13th. That's a classic. You really can't go wrong there. My Bloody Valentine's another great one too. The original. I like the remake too. That really surprised me. Zombie A-Hole was good. Glad you saw that one too. If you have any other recommendations for indie low-budget horror recently, let me know. I'm definitely all about that. What kind of music do you like besides the band Sublime? I have eclectic tastes. Country music is my least favorite genre, although I did find a couple songs recently that I liked. I don't remember the guy's name. It might have been like Chris Stapleton or something like that, but both songs had whiskey in the title. And right away I was like, let me check these out. And I loved both of those songs. But that's my least favorite genre. I have eclectic tastes in general, movies, music. There's a song that I keep playing the heck out of recently. I feel like it's a hipster song, and I don't care. I still love it. Tame Impala, The Less You Know, The Better. The first time I heard it, I didn't really like the song, but I loved the video. And then I played it again, and now I just keep playing it over and over. So I'm into a bunch of different stuff. I love 90s hip-hop, that kind of stuff. Rap and hip-hop these days, it just feels like pop music with just catchy beats now. It's just not for me now. But I'm into a little bit of everything. I like classic rock a lot. Yeah, Tame Impala, cool, awesome. More people know. I never even heard about them until just recently. I'm hooked. And then you and I won't get along. No, I kid. I love country music. Again, maybe I just haven't found the right stuff. I actually just got a review copy of a country. I don't know where I have it over here. I can't remember the guy's name. He's a really well-known country singer. It's like live in West Virginia. I don't know. I have it over here somewhere. I want to give it a listen. It was a DVD CD combo pack, and when it was a review copy, and it looked like it was an actual DVD, but it came in just the CD jewel case. But I'm still gonna give it a fair chance and check it out. Man, I don't know where the heck I put it now, but it's over here somewhere. I have like a whole pile of stuff over down there. I don't know if you guys can see some of the stuff over here. I have stuff like everywhere, all on the floor, and this is just this side, and then I have over here the rest of the collection, all in there. You guys can see that. Hopefully, you guys all made that in there, and were able to see that. Let's see. Oh, I got a question for you guys that are watching right now. I'm gonna try to pop in another movie, and I want you guys to let me know which movie I should watch. Your opinion. First up, Loving, which I have not seen, but I heard great things about it. Story about an interracial marriage in like the late 50s, and it was illegal back then. And they bring their case to the Supreme Court with Joel Edgerton, who I'm a big fan of, and Ruth Negga, who is stunning and attractive. I remember first seeing her in the low-budget horror movie Isolation about like mutant killer cows. So she's come a long way, and she's hilarious. I really enjoy her. She's very candid, and I think she's stunning too. And it's a Jeff Nichols film, so you know Michael Shannon's going to be in here. I've just found out that he was in here because he's been in every Jeff Nichols film. And next up is the Man Who Fell to Earth with David Bowie, the recent Lionsgate release. Great limited collector's edition set. I've never seen the movie. I've always wanted to. The Criterion one was out of print, but I think this is going to bring that price down. But this set is beautiful. So let me know about that. And then I got two more to choose from. Let me know what you guys think. Martyrs, the remake, which I haven't seen the remake. I've seen the original one, and I love the first half of the original one, but the second half, to me, I wasn't that big a fan of. I didn't love the concept. I thought the concept was absurd. It was just torture porn, essentially, for me, in my opinion. I think every horror fan should watch it at least once. But yeah, I love great gore effects, too. Very tense, but I love the first half, but not the second half. It's not my favorite French Extreme movie. That would be Inside, and then Frontiers would be next. But the Martyrs remake, I've had that for a little bit. I need to check it out. And then last but not least, let me know about Hellcab. I wanted to pop in one movie tonight. One more movie. I saw a movie earlier, The Education of Charlie Bartlett with Jesse Eisenberg and Jason Ritter. Hellcab has Gillian Anderson, John Cusack, Laurie Metcalf, and Julianne Moore. I don't know too much about it, but it looks pretty interesting and unique. So let me know out of those movies which one I should check out after this live stream is over. Loving sounds interesting. Did you ever donate some movies like for charity? No, but I've given some movies away for friends and people that I know. Does that count? Hi, this is Chris Jones. How is everybody? Ronan S., Friday the 13th, 80, Slumber Party Massacre. The original Sorority Party Massacre is one of my all-time favorites, for sure. My Beloved Valentine, too. I like Just Before Dawn, the prototypical backwoods slasher. Martyrs remake. Never heard of that. Yeah, it came out, I think, last year, yeah. Sci-fi horror fan, what's going on, man? Watch Martyrs. Later, Caleb. John, are you going to do more alcohol reviews? Yes, I actually filmed a couple. I just have to edit them. Would you still care to see some of the Christmas beer ones that I've done? I did a couple Christmas beer ones that I just haven't posted. What are some of your favorite movies about music? Mine are Whiplash and Straight Outta Compton, both fantastic films. I don't know if you consider High Fidelity one, but I love that movie. That has a great music element to it, and one of my favorite John Cusack movies. Wow, it's late there in England. Hey, The Geek Keenan, one of my favorite new YouTubers. Check out The Geek Keenan. He does some awesome videos out and about, Blu-ray updates. Definitely worth checking out. If you're into all that good stuff, which you must be. 13th Wolfman. I've been wanting to see Loving. Oh, hold on. And Fell to Earth is awesome. I did like the original Martyrs. Have not seen the remake, and Hellcab is a cool movie. I live in Chile, John. That's awesome. So I'm more interested in liquor. I definitely want to check out some Chilean alcohol if you want to give me some recommendations there. But yeah, I do a mixture of that kind of stuff. I like switching it up in here. I get some people who get angry when I switch it up when I do like a food review or a beer review, but it's all about having fun on here. I think that kind of switches up the monotony of just doing movie stuff continually, but I do plan to do a lot more legit straight through movie reviews instead of just like updates and mail days and stuff like that. And I'm working on a couple top 10s, including my top 10 rarest and out of print horror Blu-rays. I think that's going to be kind of a fun one that I'm excited to do. Do you have Boulevard beer there? I don't think so. I'm not familiar with that one. I just have got 1B, a YouTuber, help thumbnails, etc. I don't make my own thumbnails, so John Wick 2 thoughts? I haven't seen it, but I plan to for sure. John Wick, I really liked the original one, and the second one looks awesome. I like that Lawrence Fishburne's in it, so I'm looking forward to checking that out. I'll probably be watching that in the next few days. I'm pretty impressed you answer all these questions pretty quick. Thanks. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. Woohoo! Thanks for the support on that. Yeah, I think I've got most of the questions. But yeah, if you got the guy from Chile, John, give me some beer recommendations or things you'd like to see me review alcohol-wise. I'm down for that. And right now, I am, for those of you who haven't seen, I am having a drink right now, which I spilled a little bit of the beer before when I was trying to show some movies. Ballast Point Brewing Company Cinnamon Raisin Commodore American Stout. So good. Really recommend this brewery, especially Ballast Point. I've enjoyed everything I've tried from them. And I am getting a bit parched with talking a mile a minute, I feel like. Ronan S. Hey, man, what's going on? Ronan S., what if you could only watch one movie that comes out this year? Kong Skull Island looks amazing to me, so I'm really soup for that. But there's so many great movies that are coming out. I think the Halloween one isn't coming out, though, until 2018, because that would probably be up there for me. And they scrapped the Friday the 13th movie. That would have been on the list for sure. And I don't know if Jeepers Creepers 3 is ever coming out, but that would be on the list. But Kong Skull Island looks amazing, so probably that one. That's really exciting for me. What about Equalizer 2? Is that a good idea? I haven't seen the first Equalizer movie, so yeah, they could do that, sure. Matthew Murdock, Daredevil. The Elm Street movies. All right, first of all, I'm going to say this. My favorite of the three main franchises has got to be Friday the 13th, and then Nightmare on Elm Street comes after that. But as far as Halloween, they kind of went downhill after 3 for me. It was like a sliding slope. I don't want to see Busta Rhymes kicking Michael Myers ever. That was rough. Hold on, where are the rest of Saw Legacy? F Saw. I'm not a fan of the Saw movies. I like the first one, but after that, again, after Saw 3, they were nearly unwatchable. And after the final chapter, for a movie of that series to have acting that terrible, there's no excuse for it. And I knew that they were going to make more of the Saw series. The final chapter, my ass. It was all about making that money, and they know it's a cash cow. Same with Paranormal Activity movies, same with the Purge movies. They're going to keep pooping them out one after another because people keep buying them. They're cheap to make, and they make a lot of money. So I don't care about the Saw movies. They're crap fest for me, in my opinion. I know it's got a huge following, obviously. Just watched 2.7 Shogun Assassin on Blu-ray. Awesome. Best stoner movies. If you can put Dazed and Confused on there, Half Baked, old school Cheech and Chong. Half Baked is probably my favorite. I love that. That's a classic stoner movie for me. So I'm going to go with Half Baked as my favorite stoner movie. Jeepers Creepers 3, I still do not believe it will ever get made. I don't know either. Halloween 3, the last best one. I agree with you on that one. Although 4 and 5 I can watch, but then after that, no. Are you a fan of Eli Roth? Yes and no. He's hit or miss for me. I like one thing, I don't like another thing from him. I will say he is producing a lot of great films. I actually did enjoy Green Inferno. I know a lot of people hated that one. A lot of people said it was the worst horror movie ever, or the worst horror movie of the year. You haven't seen enough horror movies if you think that. But I thought it was a great homage to like 70s cannibal movies, especially Italian cannibal movies. I liked it a lot. Are you a Joss Whedon fan? Absolutely. I like the Saw movies. Yeah, I mean, I know it has a huge following. It's just not for me. Charles Bronson, Death Wish is a classic for sure. But he's done so many great movies. That's a tough one too. Eli Roth's wife is a babe, and I know didn't he do Aftermath? Was that in Chile? Or Aftershock rather? I actually saw it for the first time recently, and I loved it. Such a dark movie, just unforgiving, unrelenting. I love the heck out of that movie. He didn't direct it, but he was a producer and actor in it. Halloween with Danny McBride and John Carpenter. Yeah, I know. And then it was the director from Pineapple Express too. I have mixed feelings on that, but as long as John Carpenter is on board as an executive producer to give his feedback, I'm okay with it. I don't know. I'm not a big Danny McBride fan. Sorry, I know everybody loves him. Yes, it was filmed in Chile. I loved Aftershock actually. Inferno, did you see? Yeah, I was just mentioning that. Boulevard Beer is available in New Jersey. Oh, I live in New Jersey and I don't know about it. I guess I suck on that. But yeah, there's a lot of great Jersey craft breweries coming up now. So there's one like right down the road from me. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of it right now. Something with a D. I don't remember. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's like literally right down the road. I hate I have every Charles Bronson movie. Awesome. Most overrated director. That's tough. I don't, that's a tough question. I'm not going to say Eli Roth, although because I do like some of his stuff, but he gets a ton of acclaim. He came out of kind of nowhere and just, everybody was just slurping on him. You know what? Ty West. Ty West for me is really overrated, although I do like some of his stuff. Innkeepers is friggin' a classic for me, but I think I'm one of the few people who didn't love House of the Devil. I loved Babysitter Wanted way more. Very similar concept, except Babysitter Wanted stuff was happening and there's a better payoff. For House of the Devil, like I like the beginning, first 20 minutes. Then once she gets to the house, it's like 45 minutes of nothing. Her just walking around the house. Great, it has the 80s clothes and feel and all that stuff. But then the payoff was just terrible for me. But that's my opinion on that. Who is your favorite character on Day of the Dead, the movie? That's Day of the Dead's my least favorite of the original Romero trilogy, so that's kind of a tough one. But Bub is awesome. Bub is a classic. Rob Zombie, I might go with you on that one too. Rob Zombie's getting there for me. Holy moly. Arrow Films is amazing. I haven't seen 31. Actually, I have 31 in the other room. I was going to put that on there, but I keep putting off watching that one just because it looks so self-indulgent, Rob Zombie stuff. They have a little midget guy. I don't know if that's not, maybe that's not PC. Little person who looks like dressed in Nazi gear. I'm like, this is going to take me a while to sit down and really watch this one. The Falling Rob Zombie, yeah, no. Best candy bar? My favorite when I was a kid was a whatchamacallit bar. I don't know if they even make that anymore. But I don't really eat too many candy bars nowadays. I'm trying to get back in shape. But I do like Kinder Bueno. I don't know if you really consider that candy bar or not. But I love that chocolate hazelnut. Reese's peanut butter cups I love. Not really a candy bar, but sweets. But when I lived in Germany as a kid, I remember Kinder was everywhere. The Kinder eggs and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool that I see that now in the States. House of a Thousand Corpses is my favorite Rob Zombie movie too, and I loved Lords of Salem up until the last 20 minutes. For me, Lords of Salem was going to be a classic, great throwback to 70s witch horror, but then those last 20 minutes just killed it for me, but I still enjoy the film. Yeah, so let me know, you guys. I think it was kind of, you guys gave me a lot of conflicting ones for the movie to watch tonight. I think there was a vote for just about everyone. I think Martyrs and Loving had the most votes. So, yeah, let me know again for you guys watching. Should I watch Martyrs Remake? Hellcab, right there, with John Cusack, Laurie Metcalf, Julianne Moore, and Gillian Anderson. The Man Who Fell to Earth with Bowie. Or Loving, which I've heard great things about. And this looks like it's going to be a really dramatic love story. And again, I love the people involved with the film. Let me know what you guys think and if you've seen any of them too. All right, okay, Loving. Okay, looks like Loving is in the lead right now. All right, Martyrs fell to Earth. So far, Loving's got 2 votes. Martyrs got a vote. Before Martyrs had Loving. Okay, looks like Loving's gonna win. I'm gonna pop in Loving. And it is Valentine's Day, so maybe that's kind of a good thing. Again, I hung out with my lady friend earlier. We had some food, and we watched a movie. Watched The Education of Charlie Bartlett, which I actually really enjoyed. I was surprised I liked it as much as I did, especially with Jesse Eisenberg in the lead. I'm not a big fan of his. I think he's overrated. All right, so it looks like I'm gonna be watching Loving later tonight. Worst Oscar decision to nominate Melissa McCarthy and Jonah Hill in the same year for me, but also Crash winning, and I know everybody loves that movie. I hated that movie. Felt just so trite. I just couldn't get into it. And then Chicago, the musical. I wasn't a big fan of that either. Martyrs Remake is ridiculous. Yeah, I know, but I feel like I still should watch it. I want more of these videos as long as you let everybody know what day. I know I should do them, let people know in advance, but every time I get in the mood to do it, it's like a spur of the moment thing. I hate Crash, woohoo! I always feel like I get, ostracized when I say that. Everybody loves that movie, but it's good to know I'm not alone in not liking that one. But for me, yeah, one of the worst Oscar wins ever. Leonardo DiCaprio should have won like at least 3 Oscars in my opinion. People are saying winning for The Revenant was a remake or a makeup Oscar. I don't believe that at all. I think he deserved that Oscar as well. Tremendous performance. Pulp Fiction, yeah, I agree with that too. Pulp Fiction, all-time classic, one of the best movies ever made from my opinion. I think picking Dances with Wolves over Goodfellas. I like Dances with Wolves, so I'm not going to say that, but Goodfellas is an all-time classic for sure. Leo is the most overrated actor. I disagree big time. Basketball Diaries. Watch Basketball Diaries. That's probably my favorite Leo movie. Crash was rated 18, now 15, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Total crap. Why do you list like Melissa McCarthy? You often evaluate. No, I don't think it's all how attractive I find them. Are you dismissive because she's overweight? No, I'm overweight, man. Look at this chubby belly. I didn't get this way from hiking up mountains. I just think that people push her because of her weight as a thing. Like for the TV show Mike and Molly, I thought that that TV show was terrible, average at best. But I feel like she got pushed into that because of that. People think that the American public will make her relatable, and they kind of push her as a female Chris Farley. Kind of fat and goofy. And I don't care about her weight at all. There's lots of overweight, funny comedians, period. But I just don't think she's one of them. I just think she's oversaturated. People keep pushing her and keep saying she's funny, but she's not. At least not to me. I haven't liked anything she's done. So that's just me personally. I know people love her. And the fact that she got nominated for an Oscar for Bridesmaids is shocking to me. And yeah, us fat dudes have to stick together. Heck yeah, man. Hellcab. Oh, there we go. Basketball Diaries is a classic. You got to see Basketball Diaries, man. One of my all-time favorites right there. Love that one. Jim Carroll. Oh. I can't stand Melissa McCarthy. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I have my best friend growing up. We disagree about that so much. I remember he said Melissa McCarthy is a national treasure. I was like, we can't be friends anymore. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I know. It has nothing to do with her attractiveness. I just think I mentioned the weight thing just because I feel like they push her because of that, and they feel like she's gonna be relatable because the average American is overweight, and that's the same thing with the TV show Mike and Molly. A fat couple, and I feel like that was a big thing that they pushed because they feel like it would be relatable, and I think it did do well ratings wise. I was actually surprised that they got rid of the show, but favorite De Niro movie. Oh my gosh, Raging Bull is up there for me. That performance was amazing. Taxi Driver, of course, too. I really liked him in This Boy's Life with Leonardo DiCaprio too. That was a great one. I could say Rocky and Bullwinkle was his worst. But that's a tough one too. Goodfellas, he was amazing. Hellcab. Okay, I'm getting a lot more ones for Hellcab. What do you think about? I don't know what CEX stores are. Sorry. I don't live in the UK, so I don't know what that. Favorite TV show ever? The Wonder Years, my all-time favorite. The Wonder Years is number 1. Number 2 would be the original Twilight Zone. Number 3 would be Cheers. And number 4 would probably be X-Files. Then 5 would be MASH. How I Met Your Mother is my recent favorite, but I hated the last season, and I felt like the finale episode was a slap in the face to fans. Heat Directors, yeah, I want to check that out. I love Heat. Heat is amazing. Breaking Bad, you know what? I never got into Breaking Bad. I saw a couple episodes. I saw it out of sequence. I saw like episode 2, then episode 5, and then part of whatever the season 2 was. So I never fully got immersed into that. I should give it another chance and check it out. I think if I watched it from the beginning, I might appreciate it more and like straight through instead of just catching random episodes. What would you say is your favorite TV show on air? That is so tough. I love The Walking Dead. Hell on Wheels just ended. That was one that I really loved. The Quarry, which is why I never hear anybody talk about it. I think it was on Cinemax. Check that show out. Quarry is amazing. They just finished season 1. That's up there for me. I love Big Bang Theory too. I have seen Grimm. Mixed feelings on it. I don't like the CG effects at all. Stop what you're doing and watch Breaking Bad now. I know. Movie Mouth, what's up? Twilight Zone, 2.5 Men, Big Bang Theory. You know what? I didn't used to like 2.5 Men, but it grew on me a lot. Will Trump serve the minimum 4-year term? That is such a touchy subject. I don't know, man. He says some outlandish stuff. he says stuff that everyday people would say, but you can't really say because you're the POTUS, man. So that's my biggest thing. Take a step back from social media is if he keeps saying certain things, not the smartest idea, but never heard of Quarry. Definitely check out Quarry. It's an amazing film. A guy comes back from Vietnam War and becomes a hitman, but it has so much more to it. The dramatic elements in there, the great acting and cast, amazing. The first season just ended, so you can get into it pretty easily. I binge watched the 8 episodes straight through for one day, and then the next day. It was amazing. True Detective, I have season 1 and 2. I did a trade with a Sci-Fi Horror Fan, and I still have them. I need to pop those ones in. Definitely need to check those out. Big Bang, yeah, I love Big Bang Theory, so that's one of my favorites. 13th Wolfman, do you follow politics? You know what? As I've gotten older, you kind of have to. You get more and more into it, for sure. Quarry, yeah, more people need to check out Quarry, for sure. That is a fantastic TV show. Bates Motel, I've only seen a couple episodes. I love, was it Vera Farmiga? I think she's the mother in there. She's stunning. And I like one of the other actors in there a lot, too. I've only seen 2 episodes. And from what I've seen, I've enjoyed. But I haven't seen enough of it. Luther, are you talking about Empire? I don't know. Announced the giveaway. Yes, I announced the giveaway for the Horror Pack on my first live stream. And then I announced it in the comments, too, of a recent one. There was only one winner. And it was Mark H. was the guy's name. I messaged the guy already and got the address and all that stuff, so it's already been sent out. I sent out $98 worth of stuff at the post office earlier today. Holy moly. Yeah. Do you smoke? I do not smoke. Last time I smoked, I assume, yeah, you're talking about weed. Should weed be legal? I think it will be. It's because they can make money off of it. I think it's going to be a lot more difficult than people realize. You can't go to your job high. They're going to be doing testing. You can't drive while high. They're going to be coming up with all kinds of tests for that. It's going to be a lot of different things. It's not so cut and dry, but I think it will be because money can be made. Essentially, that's the biggest thing. I don't smoke. Last time I did was, a decade ago. Idris Elba is a fantastic actor, so I'll pretty much check out anything he does. Hey, Chris, fellow UKers, what's up, movie mouth? Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is pretty fun. Again, I know people have said I should announce this ahead of time when I'm going to do these live streams, but I kind of just get into the mode and kind of a spur of the moment thing, and I just love the fact that I can do it from my phone now. It just makes it so much easier. Forgive me with the shaky cam. Somebody said I should get a selfie stick. I don't know if I can do that yet. I don't know if I'm there yet. The selfie sticks, I just feel like I'd be pretentious. Here in Jersey, if you've seen some of my vlogs, especially around the town, going to flea markets, when I did that last flea market video, I had at least 10 people ask me what the heck I was doing filming. So for all you guys in California, especially in other places where you just go out talking to your camera, you get away with it there. Maybe it's more common. Here in Jersey, you get dirty looks, people doing what are you crazy? What are you doing talking to the camera? So yeah, I don't know if I can do that, especially with the selfie stick. I'd be getting even more weird, dirty looks. Thank you, live streamers are awesome. Best Stephen King adaptation, that again is a really tough one. I can tell you a few. There's so many ones that I think are underrated, like Storm of the Century, and then Night Flyer are two of my favorites that I think are underrated. But if you're going to talk about my favorite, Stand By Me. That's a Stephen King short adaptation, so short story adaptation. Do you guys like the Flick Pig? Yeah, man, John, I remember when he first came on, he blew up. Props to him. I'm drunk too. Did Americans take notice of the British this past weekend? I didn't, unfortunately, but I feel like I did hear something about it. Let me know if I missed anything about that that I should check out or need to know about. We need to get on the Dorkening for a night. Heck yeah, I'm down for that. I'm in Woodbridge, right down the road. Awesome. 1408. Yeah, 1408 was fantastic. Great one with Samuel L. Jackson, John Cusack. Very haunting, and I love the way that plays out. Another one that I really liked is Identity with John Cusack. I don't think it gets enough credit. Great cast in that one too. I love the way how that kind of twists together at the end. It's awkward to film about in the UK. Yeah, I agree, man. I see a lot of these guys vlogging out here talking on their phone or even with selfie sticks. I can't. Here, especially in Jersey, you would get dirty looks. Jersey, I mean, it's not the same as in California. I think California, it's more common, and people kind of just go with the flow. Here in Jersey, not the same. Fuck. Identity's cool. Awesome. Nice to see more love for Identity. When we do a live stream of you watching a movie, I definitely plan on doing that too. I think that's a kind of one of the two main things I want to do on here for the live streams is do more Q&As and then watch a movie and announce it ahead of time. I need to work on that. So announcing the movie to watch ahead of time and see if you guys can watch together with me. We can kind of do a live stream together and commentary on it together, which I think is kind of cool. It'll have to be one that might be on Netflix so more people can check it out because it seems like everybody has Netflix. I just got Netflix, by the way, after forever and so much stuff on there. I do live in South Kakalaka. Props to you, man. I just can't go out in public talking to my phone really like that. When I do a couple little sneak things when there's not many people around. Spyglasses, that's pretty cool. Commentaries. Yeah, commentaries are fun. I definitely want to do that. It's something I really haven't done. That's a good one. My first one should be The Thing. That's a really good idea. It's my all-time favorite movie, so absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna do one on that too. Netflix killing media. Yeah. The thing is, Jersey, you get your looks talking because you think you're looking for all the missing body mob style. Yeah, it's true, though. Actually, the mob still exists, especially in Jersey. Actually, I read an article not long ago that the town I live in supposedly has mafia ties, which shocks me because going around, I don't see it. Maybe I just am not going to the right places, thankfully. So, holy moly, I've been talking for 41 minutes on here. You guys are awesome for sticking around and talking with me. That's amazing. That flew by. I feel like my voice is going to be killing me tomorrow because I feel like I've been talking like a mile a minute. I am parched like whoa. Holy moly, Chris Jones, which is actually my cousin's name as well. So every time I see your name, I think of my cousin. You have to drive 55 miles to buy a catalog title thanks to Netflix. Sorry to hear that. That stinks. Yeah, I definitely think it is killing physical media a little bit, but I can understand the appeal for sure. And that's just the way that it's going with digital and stuff like that and streaming. It's the way of the future. I've known that for years, but I still think there's going to be physical media. It's just going to be in limited runs. It might be a little bit more expensive, but I think it's still going to come around, especially with the 4K Ultra HD. So that's actually a beneficial thing too. All right, Wolfman, have a good night, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to get off here too. Coming up on 42 minutes. I'm gonna between Loving and Hellcab. Which one? Those are the ones that got the most vote. Quick, Loving or Hellcab? Let me know. Should I watch Hellcab tonight or Loving? Loving. All right, that kind of does make sense for. All right, Loving it is. Loving wins. You guys win. Loving. All right. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. Thank you guys so much for checking this video out. And hope everybody enjoys the rest of their night. And you guys take care. And I will try my best to do a notification ahead of time, but I can't guarantee it because it's kind of a spur of the moment thing when I do these. But I will definitely want to do the movie commentary. I'll let you guys know in advance for that for sure. But I hope everybody's doing well. And I can't stay on. But you guys take care and have a great night. Again, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you guys enjoyed it and spent some time with your loved ones or thought about them at least. Have a good night, guys. Take it easy.